Welcome to Otis Place. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. Welcome to a new year. Happy New Year to you all. It's so good to have you here in this new year. I pray that this year will be a good one for you, one filled with blessings. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. So today's topic, we're talking edges. In one of my videos, the clove water and oil video, I think I got about 2 comments asking about edges. Somebody was saying, when I remember clearly, somebody was asking if the product will work on her edges because her edges are really damaged. And I didn't know what to tell her because trying to explain it would have been really long, so I decided to make a video because I've gone through my edges shedding also. I've gone through bad edges, as you can see from the thumbnail. So that's what today's video is about. If that's something you're interested in, keep watching. If you're new to the channel, my name is Otabi. Welcome. If you're already a subscriber, hello, how are you doing? Good to have you back. So the first thing we're going to address are things that damage your edges, things that cause your edges to fall off. I've been through this, so I can identify with it. The first thing that could cause your edges to fall out is postpartum hair loss. I've been through postpartum hair loss 3 times, and I know that it can be quite devastating, especially the first time, because as a new mom, you don't really know what is going on. It's when you start experiencing it that most times you start researching on it to know exactly what is causing it. So postpartum hair loss is something that could affect your edges. In my case, the whole of my front hair, just the line here, chopped off, just came out. I was experiencing shedding, and in order to reduce the shedding, I decided to go fix my hair. And when I fixed the hair, the braids they made one in front. That whole one just came out because all the hair there shed. But postpartum hair loss grows back. With time, your hair grows back in, and it doesn't really cause any permanent damage to your hair. At least that's what I've experienced. Your hair grows back when you suffer from postpartum shedding. It grows back. If yours hasn't grown back, please leave a comment in the comment section letting us know how long ago you experienced it. It will be nice to know. The next cause of your edges falling off is tight braids. Tight braids, tight weaving, Ghana weaving, all these different types of weaving. If the hair is too tight, it causes tension on your hairline. And doing this consistently will make your edges fall off. And the thing is, some people's edges are more fragile than others. My edges are really fragile. So if I make a tight hairstyle, I don't even need to be doing it consistently. Just once is enough for my edges to fall out. The hair loss on the thumbnail is as a result of Ghana weaving. I made Ghana weaving, that's cornrows, these feeding cornrows. I don't even know how to explain it to you. But I made that style, and by the time I took the style out, by the time I loosened the hair, I had lost hair, my edges, especially these 2 sides. So my edges are really fragile. No one has to tell me not to do those styles any longer. Some people's edges are more resilient than others. Mine is more fragile. So any small tension on my edges pull out. It's not hard for you to notice that I had a tight hairstyle. Another thing that causes your hair to fall out, your edges to fall out, wigs, especially those that you use glue for. There are some times that as you're removing the glue, your hair goes along with it. So doing this consistently will result in your being almost bald hair. Wig caps can also cause damage to your hair if not worn properly. So your wig installation should be done in such a way that your edges will not suffer. Some other thing that could cause your hair to fall out is using a tight bonnet. I've said it before on this channel that it's good to use to sleep with a bonnet, a satin bonnet or a silk bonnet. It's good to sleep with one to protect your hair. If your bonnet is tight and it has this elastic at the band, it could cause your edges to fall. I recently switched from using the bonnet to using a satin pillowcase because I started experiencing pain on my edges. I noticed that I was having some tenderness on my edges and I was wondering what the problem was, until I got to realize that it was my hair bonnet. The bonnet wasn't tight, but just that constant wearing of the bonnet and that constant pressure on my edges resulted in tenderness. And if I had let it go on for longer, I would have experienced breakage, I would have experienced shedding. My edges would have gotten thinner. So I stopped immediately and switched over to using a satin pillowcase, and so far so good. I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Some other thing I've noticed that could cause your edges to fall out too is improper hair to braid ratio. What I mean is, when you cut out your hair to feed in the braiding hair, the ratio should be about the same. If the braiding hair is way more than your hair that is partitioned, the weight of the braid will be so much that your edges could pull out, that your hair will pull out from the root because of the weight, because the hair you have cut is not enough to carry that braiding hair that you're installing in your hair. Some other thing that is very important that could be responsible for your edges shedding is genetics. Now sometimes it just runs in some people's family that they do not have edges, or they start losing their edges at a particular stage in life. Now for this one, there's really nothing much you can do about your being genetically predisposed to your edges falling out. I don't really know anything that you can do except a hair transplant or some other procedure. Please, if you know something else that can be done for hair loss as a result of genetics, leave a comment in the comment section. Let us learn too. Now moving on to things that will help you retain your edges. Make sure your hairstyle is not tight. If it's tight, your edges could suffer. Make sure that when your wigs are being installed, they are installed properly. Make sure that your protective styles are not too tight. Minus braids. Even some people will say, no, I just carry a bun and all that. But even a bun, if you hold it too tight, it will cause tension and it could lead to your edges falling out too. Just make sure you don't have tight hairstyles. Guys, I know that it might be fine for a while, but the lasting damage that it does is not worth the hairstyle, just in my opinion. Another thing is making sure you moisturize and seal your edges too. It is really common to just, if you don't pay extra attention, you could just moisturize the longer part of your hair and ignore your edges because they are not so long. You just feel it doesn't matter, but over time it will tell. Over time your edges could break and shed off unnecessarily because they are not properly taken care of. You're not moisturizing, you're not sealing your edges. Guys, don't sleep on that. Moisturize and seal your edges to see them thrive. If you notice that your edges are falling out unnecessarily and you're doing everything possible to retain your edges, seek medical help. Go and get yourself checked internally so that if anything is going on, it will be nipped at the bud. It's good when you catch these things early. If you notice that your bonnet is causing tension, you're causing tenderness, you can switch to a satin or a silk pillowcase. To answer the question asked in my comment section, if cloves can help your edges grow, yes, clove oil could help your edges grow, but there are so many other things that can help your edges grow back in. But if you use these things and you keep doing what you were doing that was causing your edges to fall out, you're not going to see any results because it's just repeating the same cycle. No progress will be seen. You know, some of us actually know what we are doing. Some of us know that the wigs we are using and the glue we are using, is really causing damage to our hair. But we just keep doing it thinking something will magically change. It's not going to change unless we change the way we style our hair. Guys, I hope this video has been useful. Have you experienced your edges breaking off or pulling out? Guys, that time, the time on my thumbnail was not a good time for me. I was wondering if the hair was going to grow back. If you want a hair growth oil that will make your edges grow back in, I have a video. I'm going to link it in the description. I'm going to put the link in the description so that you watch it and make your own hair growth oil. Even the clove oil will help your hair grow, even without applying anything per se. Just your normal hair scalp oil, your hair will grow back in, as long as you don't continue engaging in those habits that made them to fall out in the first place. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just feel as if the video was all over the place, but I hope you've taken something away from this video. I hope it will help somebody. I hope it has helped somebody. If you want me to cover any other topic, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. I read the comments and I reply as many as I can. Leave your suggestions in the comment section letting me know. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and be part of the family. Click on the notification bell, that bell by the side, select the all option so that whenever I post videos, you'll be one of the first to get them. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.